Hello, friends. This is Tane, aka Skeletane, here, back on the EQ Legends Palace server, and we are with the Clickbait boys today. We're going to do a Nagi D4 and maybe some other D4 targets if we get around to it. Not going to be a very exciting video today, just us killing a bunch of stuff for fun, giving you an update on also where we are, what we're doing. Since you last saw me, we reached level 50, and then of course I had some guides I put out, which you probably watched. Man, that Torrid Corruptor guide really took off, did really well. As you can see, I have the Torrid Corruptor. I love this thing. And check it out. Check it out. We are plus 10 on the Torrid Corruptor. Pretty great. So just hit that today. Got those Void Motes, dumped it in there, finished it off at 10. I still have one Void Mote left that I haven't used. We're also running all of the Russet gear. So if you haven't watched Classic's channel, y'all need to watch Classic's channel. Yeah, he has a guide on how to get full russet gear and farm it in a 15-minute run in hate, and it's dead easy to do. Look at this. I got plus 6 Lustrous Russet Helm, plus 5 Bracer, plus 6 Bracer, plus 6 Vam Braces, plus 4 on the breastplate because I gave one to my pet. Yeah, otherwise it'd be 5. And then plus 6 on the boots. We're rocking this stuff. It's so good. It's easy to do. Go get it. Go watch his guide on how to do it. It's well worth the watch. But today we're just going to go do a little D4. We're waiting for Falrash to show up. Once he gets here, we're going to get started and just wreck this stuff. So yeah, thanks for coming along. All right, it's time to start this thing up. We got everybody here. Everybody joined. We are doing a D4 multiplayer NAGAFEN. Oh, let me put that one. There we go. We were trying to do Sky before, but realized we couldn't do Sky with more than 4 because unless we do a public zone, which we didn't want to do, because there isn't a raid instance for Sky. At least we couldn't find the Voidling. Voidling doesn't exist as far as I know. They got rid of it. It's just a normal instance, which means you can only have up to 4. So when we want to do more than that, we figured, hey, let's just go do a raid target, which we can have up to 8. So let's get to it. Oh, my big ogre self is already fighting. I shouldn't have moved ahead. That's all right. I love the look of the russet armor. It just looks so good. Well, I got to get back in the Dark Elf form. That's the form to be in. I got charmed. I've never been charmed by a giant. That was fun. All right, let's do this. Get in there and start wrecking things. I think we're going to blow things up. A lot of us have spent a lot of time farming, getting some amazing items. I mean, we got Breaker here. He has like the best in slot paladin weapon up to plus 10 one-handed. The thing hits better than the Torrid Corruptor does, and the Torrid Corruptor is a 2-handed weapon. We've got Classic, who's running 2 of the Monk Skyfists, and I think he's trying to get him to both the plus 10 if he doesn't have them already. So, I mean, we're honestly quite a bit overpowered here. Falrash also running the Torrid Corruptor like I am. So we've got it all going on. We've been all been working a little hard here to get all of our gear up and going. So we're not afraid just to dive in and go. I'm going to stay in an offensive stance as well. For now, I've got Mend. I've got all my different dots going off. Spirit of the Puma is an insane dot. I was looking at my DPS meter when I'm running Puma, and Puma procs like 20 times a minute, which is way beyond any of my other stuff that I've got going. Crazy. Nice D4 polished mithril torque. That upgrades what I've got to plus 4. Love it. I need to get a better neck, but that works for now. It's okay. Stuck and rooted here. Let me kill this guy. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun leveling the gear up. I've been leveling my spells too. So I've got like my Odium to 4. I've got Venom Bolt to 4. I've got my Pet to 6. So he does some damage. I mean, he's putting out on my DPS meter. He's like my 4th source of damage on the list. Like number 1, of course, is my sword. my melee is obviously the highest source of damage I've got. But my next source is, I think, Puma Procs, Harm Touch, and my Reeve. The procs, so I've got little windows here, and you can see the windows of what's procking. I know it's really tiny on the text, but you can see how fast these things go off, and you'll see when you see my Puma Proc, you'll see that thing just going wild. It just pops all the time. Reaving Strike goes off a lot. Vampiric Embrace, so I think I've averaged out to, with all of my different procs added together, I'm doing like 30 procs per minute on this build. That's why I keep calling it the Shadow Knight proc build. I didn't mean for it to be that way, but that's what it seems to have come out to. And I'm honestly pretty much loving it. And the sustain is wild. Like I very rarely heal. I'm constantly just depending on my procs. Of course, I got my slow also leveled so that it hits easier. I don't have to like kick into overchannel a lot for that. So my slow is at 5, which has a negative 75 mod on it. So it lands on most things. The only things that I would say it doesn't land on currently is stuff that's like level 53 to 55 and up. Then it gets resisted. So I do have to kick into overchannel for some of those. What's cool though is even if mine doesn't land, a lot of times my pet, he will land a slow. Now, given it's a very low level slow, but it is still a slow. It's really cool. So I might, if I get multiple targets, I might like slow, I don't know, a target or two, and then he'll get the other ones that I missed. You know, it's pretty sweet. So, and he can land all these little dots. Look at this. See that little dot? The Envenom Bull. Oh no, that's not mine. That's Classic popping off with his dots. I very rarely even throw my dots out. Oh, I got charmed again. I love getting charmed. Looks like Yukator also got charmed. Hopefully we're not killing our people. Because man, my sword slaps. It hits hard. There we go. We're back. Me and Yukator, we're beating him up a little bit. All right, I got to get my pet back summoned up here. Since I got charmed, it killed my pet off instantly, which is a bummer. So this pet, when you level, every time you add a level to it, like so it's level 6, it adds a level to him. So he's gained 6 levels. But currently he's level 42. And if I was to make it Frenzied Spirit 7, he should be level 43, which is pretty cool. So I think the highest he can go is like, what is it? Level 46, maybe? I can get him to if I was to max it out to 10. And again, he's a pretty decent source of DPS. He is not a slouch. So don't sleep on the Shaman pet. It's a good pet, especially if you put some motes into it. I mean, look at his stats. I got nice gear on him, but he's got 4.6k hit points, a ton of strength, although he's not buffed right now. When I have him buffed, he's over 200 strength. His attack speed will go up to 162, which is tremendous. So he is no slouch. All right, guys, let's do this. We're going to kill Magus first, wherever he's at. I don't know where he's at. There he is. Okay, here we go. Here's Magus. We're going to kill Magus first. We just ignore Nagi for now. I am going to go into Channeler stance because it looks like I probably pulled the initial aggro. So I would like to survive Nagi's hits right now. Channeler stance, if you don't know, you guys got to check this out. Channeler stance is amazing. A lot of people talk about defensive. A lot of people talk about doing evasive. I am finding I love Channeler stance, and I learned this from watching Classics videos. And here's why. Defensive does 50% physical, 20% magical. And then if you do Mage Hunter, you do 50% magical, 20% physical. It's the inverse, right? It is the inverse of defensive, but for magic. If you run Channeler stance, that is 40% physical and 40% magic. Like, I like that. It feels like a more even stance to run. How? NAGAFEN is already out of mana? I don't even know how that happened. Oh, let's get to it here. Try to keep an eye on their health here. I think most people kind of try to take care of their health. I'm going to harm touch Nagy. Valrash should be pulling most of the aggro because he's a berserker and he's running the same sword I am. So he's going to hit like a truck. I wouldn't be surprised to see him topping the DPS charts here. I'm going to see if I can land a few of my like Odium 4. Yeah, and get the Envenom Bolt 4 on. I don't know if they're landing. Incapacitate's helpful if I can land that too. Nice, I got the Incapacitate on at least. We drop the big slow again just to make sure it hits. Okay, we got the big slow on. I think someone else may have already hit the slow. Either Slayheim or Falarash did. Get my Spirit of the Puma back. I'm going to try Envenom Bolt one more time. Yeah, I got it on that time. Okay, we're going to go back into Spellblade. Spellblade's great because it procs like really well on my Drain Spirit 5, which I need to level that a bit, actually. I need to get that more. I rely on that a lot for sustain. Again, like I said, if you want to look at my chat 5 window here. It shows all my procs going off. I just realized Puma's not on me. Let me fix that. There we go. Got our Puma back on. That's going to start popping off. Might have to heal Yukator. He's holding out there pretty good, though. All right, going to drop a Divine on him with a Superior, and I'll also put a Slug's Healing on him, too, which is just a nice little heal over time. Okay, there we go. Back into Spellblade. Yeah, we're all sustaining so well here. I don't know if anybody's even healing. It looks like Slay's doing some healing. Yeah, he's dropping some heals out. So he's probably keeping... Yeah, he is. He's keeping most of us up. Try to get more an E-Bolt and an Odium back on him. I think I may have hit... It's hard to tell. I should have my... I have an overlay that shows what debuffs are on, but I don't have it turned on right now. Not bad, not bad. We wrecked that. Well done. Oh my gosh. 3 Cloak of Flames, D4, and the bag. I don't care about the Orbitishan at all. All right, we got the blade. I like the hammer. I'm a fan of the hammer. I've been upgrading that. Wow, okay. What's funny is this cloak is on my pet. So we're gonna merge it all the way up. Look at this thing, +5. Oh my gosh. I've been running the Rune Bolster Belt at 35 haste because I don't need the haste on this cloak. I'm already capped at 185. There's no reason for me to run that right now. So that's pretty great. Well, we got to see what we're gonna do next year. All right, we are on our way to Permafrost. Gonna go kill Vox D4 now as a guild. Should be fun. Down Nagy pretty quickly. I mean, we're just kind of overpowered a little bit here with all this combo. Vox is a little rougher. We get more ads in that fight, so we may need more healing, more spot healing. But it's still gonna be fun to do. Like to see the drops we get. Not a lot of the stuff we get is an upgrade. What I'm really excited for getting right now against the different dragons is the bags. I love getting the bags. They're 10 slot, 100% weight reduction. We did get one back there, I think. Where is it? Right here. 10 slot, and it's giant, and it's 100% weight reduction. So my idea with those is if I gather enough one, I'm going to fill my own inventory with these bags. I've already got 4 right here, so I need to replace all these, and then I want to put them in my bank and get 10 slots in the bank. Now, I know you could like craft, 10 slot bags and put them in there, and weight doesn't really matter. But I don't know if those Crafted bags are giant. Giant slots are so good. Sometimes you have weapons that are giant, such as the Earth Shaker, which is giant only. Can't put it in any bag unless it's giant or an inventory slot. All right, let's get this started. D4, NAGAFEN, I'm sorry, Vox. Let's create it. All right, we are in and ready to roll. It's quick buff time. Get everybody buffed up. Yeah, I turned my opacity back up on my spells. They were so low. I like to see some spell effects. I'm sorry if it looks like welding. as I think Mr. K said many videos ago, that it looked like people were welding, and I would agree. But anyway, I still enjoy seeing the spell effects. All right, let's rock and roll. We'll be good to go. This break-in my opinion, is easier than Nagy's. Pretty quick to get up there. The one thing that people do forget about is when you get up to that first tentacle terror, if you poke your head any further forward when you get up there, you're going to pull the whole dang room with Vox. It's kind of a pain. So we try to tell people not to poke their head up. Let's find out if they remember. A lot of times it's by accident. It's not on purpose. I know that. But we get up there and you get you're trying to reposition around the tentacle terror, and you just go a little too far forward, and bang, here comes Vox. And then you're fighting her on the rocks, and it's just the worst. This is the tentacle terror here. If you just move up to that rock right there, if you go just a little bit ahead and you poke forward, you're going to get the whole darn room. So the plan here is, what we tend to do is run in, take out the priest. There's going to be a priest of NAGAFEN in there. Plus, sometimes there's a giant priest, ice giant priest. We need to take that one out. And then we kill the ads off and we leave Vox for last. Usually I run in first, and I tend to take full aggro. So I need to, usually I'll stay in channeler stance so that I'm not taking so much spell and damage here. Looks like we're just about ready. There's our priest and NAGAFEN right there. For as much as useful as my pet is here, I mean, the pet is great in most cases, but in big old fights like this with all these giants and Vox dropping an AoE, my pet goes down really fast. Most of the pets go down pretty fast. It looks like we've got a priest and one ice giant priest here. It looks like they already killed it. Perfect. Okay, we're good. Now we can just clean up all the rest of this junk. If I can get a slow out here. It looks like my pet did a little bit of slowing. See, I'm going to get someone already got a perfect. Someone nailed a Vox slow. It looks probably with Slayheim. Let's take a look. We can actually look and see who did it. It was, Slayheim. Good job. Amazing. Love that he gets in there and just takes care of those slows right away. Uh-oh, what do we have? There we go. Enchanter had charmed somebody here. Get this ice giant down, and it's time for Vox. All right, let's do this. Let's take Vox out. Oh, no, don't do that. All right, I'm going to see if I can get land a few things here. Odium. We got the Odium on. Let's get Envenom Bolt on. Perfect. Refresh that slow. All right, nice. Refresh my Spirit of Puma. Back to Spellblade. We're going to go offensive stance here now. As long as I don't have aggro, I'll stay in offensive. Oh, I've got aggro. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'll see how long I can last in offensive against... Oh, that hurt. Okay. Back to Channeler stance. I'll do a Harm Touch Harm Touch does a big, huge heal. If you can look on the bar here, where is it? Where's my Harm Touch? Oh, right here, Harm Touch 10. It's doing 450 damage every 6 seconds, and it does it for 36 seconds. That's a pretty big dot. It's also healing me for the same amount. So my heal is massive. You can see my Drain Spirit popping off for 440. And of course, the Harm Touch heals me for 1,000 right off the bat. And then I've got my own Drain Spirit attack here too, just to try to hold aggro. Keep holding aggro. That lets everybody DPS if I can keep holding it. Probably Slayheim is on healing duty. Doing a great job. Keeping us going here. Valrash is the one to try to pull aggro. Because he's doing double of what I do. So if I was in that last fight against NAGAFEN, my Reeve, which is one of my procs, you'll see over here, Reaving Strike. I reaved 26 times in that last fight against NAGAFEN. He reaved 51 times, double what I did because of the Berserker. Berserker stance is out of control good. You double your haste, and it doesn't care about your haste at all, which is amazing. So that Berserker is end game, even during when you're leveling, is just tremendously good. It's very attractive. I mean, especially with a two-handed weapon like the Torrid Corruptor, it's awesome. Now, Classic, he's running the dual Monk Fist, and that's going to be out of control good damage. Plus, he just dots like crazy. And he's got most of his Necro dots really leveled up high. So most likely we're going to see Classic and Valrash topping the DPS charts, if anything here. I'm just trying to hold aggro. I do not top the charts because I'm running a defensive stance. I'm not putting down dots. We're doing really good. I feel like we're doing better than we did with NAGAFEN in terms of sustaining. All right, Vox is down. I love it. All right, let's take a look what we got. Dragon Bone Bracelet. Let's upgrade that. Another bag. We love the bag. I've already got the Tobrins, but I'll take it to loot, level it up. Don't care about this Warhammer at all. I've already got 2 dragon hides, and the Crystalline Spear is not great, so we saw that. Not a great loot drop here. We are at Fear. We are going to do a D4 Fear. Khazak Thule. It's going to be a rough one. We'll give it a shot. I think with our power, we should have no problem. So we are just about to go inside. Here we go, D4 Fear. All right, well, we're getting right into it before we even got finished. I didn't even get the quick buff. Okay, that's not great. All right, that was a bit of a mess. We got pulled early. I had my buff set still up. We had to reset that. A few of us feigned death, and we had to let everyone kind of die, and now we're rebuffing. Not sure how we ended up pulling 2 packs, but we did. Oh, we killed a handful of the ads, so we'll just have the mini bosses to take out now. All right, guess we're just going after it now. Yahoo! Fright again. At least I got my spells up this. Didn't get my pet haste out. That's okay. Got this Uma back up again. I'm trying to just hold Fright here. I think they're killing off the ads. Go back into Spellblade. I was in Inversion. See, I wonder if I can get an Incapacitate on him with channeling. Let's find out. Incapacitate's a great debuff. Nice, it hit. Maybe I can stack some Bolt. Yep. and get a curse on him. Perfect. Okay, those are all landing. And we'll drop the slow one more time, even though I think Slay got that one out. Yeah, we refresh that slow. We'll go back to Spellblade. This is going better than last time. At least I don't have my buffs out. I'm very curious to see how we do against Khazad-dûl. He, in my opinion, harder bosses to take. He hits Knight, has very high melee attack. It's got a ton of hit points. I think all the golems do in here. Fright, Terror, and I can't remember the last name. Nice. A Mote of Superior Potential. That's a D7. That is a D7. I've not seen that yet. All right. Now we're under control here. All right. Let's do this. We'll go around. These are just trash mobs. Should not have a mini boss. It seems to be that there's 4 mini bosses. There's the 3 golems. There is, I think, the Dracolich. And then you have a few packs of trash, which don't have anything attached to them. And this is one of those packs. All right, we got the Dracolich up next here. Here he comes. Pulling him back. See if we can get this slow on him. Got it. Nice, nice, nice. Gonna use my harm touch here to get a heal out and amend. Need a little sustain. Oh, I think our guys are getting feared. I picked up the AA when I was grinding. Ended up getting the AA for fear resist, so I'm 100% immune to fear. The health pools on these mini bosses are massive. This is like a 5-minute fight. Yep, 5 minutes and 38 seconds. What a long fight that was. What is that? That's an amazing two-handed sword. I've never seen the Monsoon. It's for warrior only. That's pretty cool. I'm looting that. All right, here we are at Dread, the next mini boss to take down. This is the one I couldn't remember. Fear, Terror, Dread, right? Is that it? Yeah. I'm terrible at absolutely remembering these columns. Fright, Terror, Dread. Maybe I'll remember someday. This the Dracolich had a much larger health pool than Dread did. No loot though. Maybe because I'm auto-selling it? I don't know. No loot at all. That's a bummer. Oh, we got Terror coming in. All right, this should be the last mini boss. We'll make sure we have all the trash cleared around the area. And then, why am I not? And then we're on to Khazad-dûl. If you fight Khazad-dûl, before you kill the ads, he summons all the ads to him. They all come running. And then you're dealing with everything, and it's an instant wipe. All right, there he is. Level 60 Warrior, Shadow Knight, Bard, fun, triple class. And we got to get a slow on him right off the rip here. Pulling that slow in right now. Bingo, we got the slow landed. Let's fight him. Let's do it. Try to get the back here so he doesn't boot us off. Best to be here because he's going to end up kicking us. Oh, great. He's going to be charming. He's Charmed Valrash. Excellent. Oh, there we go. Broke it. That's why we do it. So we have two things that we've done here to prevent his knockback, which is Classic casted DMF on us, so we're levitating. Plus, we have our back into this room, so if he did kick us, we would just hit the back wall. Whereas if you're out there, he might boot you all the way off the temple. All right, let's see if we can land some spells on him this time. Try to get an E-Bolt, Odium. Let's see the E-Bolt. E-Bolt landed. Get the Odium on. Nice. And Incapacitate would be great. Oh, heck yeah, it hit. Okay. Love Overchannel. We'll go back to Spellblade. We need that extra DPS now. I can probably go defensive because he's not really casting anything. We'll get a little extra defense. Warrior Shadow Knight Bard. He's not going to cast a lot of spells. Oh, unless I get Charmed. And I'm slowly running off the temple. Sorry, Breaker. Guess I'm trying to kill you. Or kill your pet. I don't know which. Guess I need to put some points in the charm resist, yeah? Oh, we're back. We're back. Let's rerun that slow. We can hit it. If it lands, it landed. Perfect. This is great. These spells are hitting without Overchannel. Yep, my Curse and my Envenom Bolt both hit without Overchannel. Oh, it looks like I lost Incapacitate. Let's put that back on. Perfect. He must have somehow removed it from himself, because that thing's like whoa, he's stripping buffs. That thing was 5 minutes. It's gone. Almost gone, man. He's doing like a dispel on himself or something. I don't know if I've seen that. Yeah, there it goes. This is a 5-minute debuff. There we go. Has a cooldown. D4. Nice job, everybody. Good job, Clickbait. What do we got here? Bloodfire. Dawnfire. Ooh. Actually needed that. I don't believe I have this for my eventual when I play Bard. Soul Leech. Ooh. That's fun. That's fun. Because it's got a great soul. It's got Soul Leech on it. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. We just finished our raids with the boys, the Clickbait boys, running through NAGAFEN. We did Vox, and we did Khazak Thule. That was fun on D4, a little bit of an adventure. I wanted to cap off this episode showing you what I talked about before, which is the Lustrous Russet Farm. Now, many of you probably have already seen Classic's video on this, the 15-minute run. I just wanted to demonstrate it at the end here. The route that I would say the route that I do is the route that he does, is the route that you guys should do. It's very simple. Now I'm on D4, personal solo. You don't have to start here. You could start at D2, but you'll find that it's interesting. The aggro here is very strange, which is to our advantage. It is very small. There's not crazy aggro. You know, if you've ever played Hate on Classic, you know that the aggro can get a little wild in here. And in EQL, not so much. Even on D4, where D4 is known as the place of wild aggro, it is not the case here. So we can stand very close to enemies and they don't aggro. Chain aggro is not even a thing. You will see what I'm talking about. So basically, I'm not going to... maybe I'll put the map on screen for a moment, but I'd rather that you just go to Classic's channel and he has a post that has the exact map that we're going to follow. I have it memorized, so I'm just going to run it. And what we're doing is we're looking for haunted chests. The haunted chests are static spawns. They spawn in the same place every time you spin an instance up, a personal instance. And they don't respawn. The respawn time is extremely long here. So what you tend to do is you run this route. It takes you 15 minutes to run it, maybe. A little more because I kill things along the way. But what I'll try to do here is I'll just show you the chest route. I'll just try to run through each of the chests where I can. I do have to fight some enemies along the way. It's just unavoidable in some cases. But you'll see how it runs and works well. There's one spot I'm going to highlight near the end, almost a third the last building, that is a little crazy and you need to be very careful to get in. The rest of these buildings are very easy to get in and out of without even pulling a single bit of aggro. So it's just a little bit of timing. Your friend is going to be your map. You want to be looking at the map in the top right corner. If you're wondering how I get this circle and how I get these NPCs, you can right-click on your map and you'll see there's an option for NPC and rings. Make sure you turn both of those on and it'll let you see all the NPCs in the ring that you have. Now, if you are a bard or a ranger or a druid who has tracking, your circle will be probably the entire zone. You'll see everything. I am not, so I don't have tracking. So I only get this little tiny circle, which anyone without tracking gets. So what we're doing is we're going to the first building. The first building is right next door. There's nobody in the streets. I see no one roaming the streets, so we're safe to move to the next building here. There's nothing in this first floor. We're going to go to the second floor. We have a couple mobs up here to kill. Oh, Spike Golem is the worst one to be here. That means he's a pather. He's probably going to leave. I'm going to actually wait him out. I do not want to fight the Spike Golem. He's the hardest thing to fight in here, and I would prefer that he goes away. Otherwise, we're going to have a bit of a problem up in that building. So let me just wait this guy out. Feign death here. And when he leaves, we will go into the building. All right, there we go. That Spike Golem left. The reason these are the only ones I don't like to fight, because the Spike Golems are always tri-class in D4, and they have a massive amount of hit points, and they resist everything. Everything else in here is a pushover, honestly. So you should be able to see that here. So I'm going to precast my Spirit of the Puma. Oh, we got an extra guy coming up too. How fun. So this has been a interesting little run, but here's what I want you to see. Do you see this? That cleric over there, if you sit in the corner here, he's not going to aggro. The aggro radiuses are tiny in hate for some reason. I don't know why, but they are. So I'll take it. It makes this run very easy to do. So all we're doing is I have to clear these two trash, and then I'm going to take that haunted chest. And the haunted chest always spawns in that spot. They spawn everywhere across the map, but only one, of course, and they don't respawn. So you need to, when you clear all these haunted chests, you have to restart your personal instance. Now, the downside is you only get 1 charge per hour. So, you know, you can, once you log in, you can probably do 2, wait a little while, you get your 3rd, and then you're going to have to wait another hour. So a bit of a pain if you don't mind. But what I do is, if you're in D4, the AA experience here is tremendous. It's very high. Like, I'm getting anywhere from 6 to 9% AA experience per kill. So it's a great AA grind and a armor grind. You just keep rerunning this thing and you just live here for a while and you'll have a whole set of russet armor in no time. Well, it looks like we're going to have to take this cleric out because he is not moving, and we're going to get the chest as well because they are close enough for an aggro. When they're that close, you can't avoid it. The only thing I do here is I cast slow on each of the mobs, except pets because they're nothing. Except my pet's going down. That's not fun. And I will have to recast him. Cast slow, and then I cast Puma. And that's it. I'm not really casting anything else because my proc sustain is good enough here that it keeps me healed. So I proc so much with my life tap, with Vampiric Embrace, that I just don't have an issue. There we go. We killed the number 1. Look at that. We got Lustrous Helm +4 immediately going into my helmet, which is a +6. Fantastic. We're on to the next building. And we just got to get past these guys. Now, if you got a guy in the street here, you'd think he'd aggro, but he won't. You can run out this building and go around him this way to get to the next building. The aggro radiuses are so small. I'm just going to run to the next building, and we'll take the chest on. We can even skip that guy. You don't have to. We'll skip him straight to the chest. You could. I generally fight those because I like to grind for the AA XP here. if we're going for speed and you don't care about AAXP, you can just almost run past most of the mobs if you're fast enough. I'm able to do this on D4 because I have good gear. You know, I have the Torrid Corruptor at +10, so I'm really blowing things up. And my AC is very good, so I don't have an issue. But, you know, if you can't do D4, do D2. I wouldn't go lower than that. D2 is quite easily handled. Anytime you run any of these instances on solo, the difficulty is lower than normal than if you're running it on public or if you're running it in multi. It's always going to be easier if you're doing it solo. All right, we have a guy at the door, so I got to wait for the guy that's outside the door there, and then this guy won't aggro. We'll just run down the stairs and away. The next building we're trying to get to is this one right here. All right, he's moved. We're going to run to the next building. We're going to get an evil little imp. That's okay. Nope, we didn't. Yeah, we did. Evil imps are the easiest mobs in this zone. They go down really fast. Oh, I forgot to get my pet back. Let me cast my pet real quick. Oh my word. Well, look at that. The one guy I didn't want to get. This golem is just out to try to get me today. I have to overchannel slow on him because if I don't overchannel, nothing lands. I can't even. I've tried putting dots on these guys. They just don't apply, even with overchannel. So this is another thing I'll show you. So you see we have this abhorrent guy here. I normally would kill him, but I'll show you how I don't. If you go into any of these chests and you run behind them and you stand in the corner, you can fight them safely without the other mob aggroing from across the room. So it's very useful. Also, I'll tell you why I'm in skeleton form here, because I do like to run in dark elf form just because, you know, it's kind of thematic. But I run skeleton because it's a instant right click, and these chests dispel you. Now, dispel in EQL works different than in normal EverQuest. It doesn't remove the spell immediately. What it does is it removes time from the spell, the top one. So currently my illusion is at 35 minutes. When he hits dispel on me, it drops like 5 minutes from it. So something like that, like 4 or 5 minutes from it. I just keep running this because it's easier for me to maintain a spell in the top slot that's instant. If I run the Dark Elf illusion, I'm going to have to keep recasting it, which is slow because it has cast time. So I just use this and it works great. All right, we're off to the next building. There's nobody in the streets, so we're going to get to the next building here. We'll go straight past this guy, right upstairs, right to the chest, and here we go. Very simple. There's no extra mob in this building. All right, we got nothing on that one. That's okay. Run past this mob, out into the streets. There's nobody here again. We're going to the next building, which is this one here on the right. This one, I'm going to kill this mob here. I don't think it would have come, but it's my habit to run in here and kill this one before I take the chest out. All right, next chest down. All right, next building is over here. There's a guy in the, not the guy there, but he won't bother us. Around the corner, we will have to fight these two to get in here. Look at this, we fight this one and the other one doesn't aggro. It's wild. And now we take the chest out after we can knock those two guys out. Now the next house. The next house is the tricky one. It's the one where if you're not careful, you can end up fighting a huge amount of mobs, especially if you have a pet where the pet gets aggro and then gets all, you know, then everyone's attacking it and it goes down. And If you don't have Feign Death or a way to escape the aggro, you're going to be fighting a lot and maybe die. Hey, we got the helmet again. All right, so we're going to run up here and we're going to hit the wall. Got to take the wall to the next one. It's all the way around the edge. We want to stay high because there's a lot of runners along this path, as you'll see down below me here. There's constantly runners. As long as you can stay high. This building right here, that's where we're going. There's one of those little mini Dracoliches, Ashenbone Drakes. But this house is a bit annoying. What I do is I kind of scoot down a little bit and I can see what mobs are around the building here on the map. We got one here, and that's it. Got a runner here, trying to avoid him. Yep. Okay, he's going inside. Perfect. So now we can actually enter. If we go quickly, we're going to go straight into the corner like this, get behind this haunted chest and fight it. And if we stay in this corner, we'll be safe here. Everything that comes in and out of this house, for some reason, this is like the hangout house, and mobs just constantly path through this building. So as long as you can stay against this wall here in the corner, nothing will aggro. But if something does aggro, you're in trouble. If you're looking on the map, by any chance, you'll see how many mobs are around this house already. All right, so we made it out. We can escape quickly because I see we have an opening. And up the wall, we're safe. That's it. But that is a very deadly house if you're not fast or careful. This is the next house here, second to last. We just go right inside, turn the corner, and fight the chest. Oh, look at that. We got a pair of russet boots. Upgrade the ones we've got. Perfect. And oops, I moved a little too much to the right when I was going out the door. Normally, I do not catch that guy or aggro him. All right, up to the last house. This one's a little difficult to get to just because there are a bunch of pathers. I try to go around this way to sneak past him. This guy we can... Okay, rats are probably rats are the second worst mob here. They see you really quickly. They also see through invis. Most of the other mobs don't see through invis, but these rats always do. And they have a slightly higher aggro radius than most everything else. At least it seems. They're also a bit of an undercon. They're the ones that hurt me the most compared to any other mob in here. Even though they're 49, I'll take out a 53 without an issue, and they won't hurt me as much as a 49 rat will. Okay, there we go. We should be clear to get to the last building right here. Just like that. This is the last haunted chest of the Russet Farm. Again, please look at the map. Whoop, see that guy? He dispelled my illusion. Turn it back on. I wasn't watching, but normally I try to keep that illusion topped off. There we go. Okay, we're done with the farm. As you can see through that run, I think we got maybe 3 pieces. It seems to be the average of what I get. I usually get about 3 pieces of russet in that farm most of the time. Now, if you want a bonus run and you're interested in other things, there are mini bosses up all over the place. In this building right behind us, if you go out and around this building here, Lord Ire is right there. If you're interested in trying to get the Shield of the Immaculate, I think. Got that nice clicky remove disease. And you might say, well, why the heck would I want that? When I kill things, it removes it. Well, having a clicky clear disease is very nice if you get slowed a lot, because you can remove slow when you remove disease. And since it's an instant clicky, you can just right click it as many times as you want and you'll remove the slow. So it's worth maybe spending a little extra time if you're trying to burn time for your next instance charge. Just go out, just turn around the corner, go back through, fight your way through, kill all these mobs, and you can get Lord Ire. You can get him solo. If you pull the 2 clerics from the corner each side, you'll get him. But anyway, that's it, guys. That's what I wanted to show you. This is a great farm. I've been living here for the last few nights. That's how I've been, leveling up all of my gear to +6 on the russet. And I think it looks really cool anyway. So we can turn the illusion off real quick here. Let's turn on our dark elf illusion because it looks the best on the dark elf, in my opinion. There we go. We're looking good. Looking good. Love it. So, hey, thanks for hanging around. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the raids and this very brief little guide as to what I've been farming the last few nights, getting this armor set. And we will see you in the next one. Take care.